Everyone, welcome, welcome. Just getting my mic into position here. Here we go. Checking to make sure that YouTube is with us. Hello. Okay. Hi, Quarter Stitch. Welcome in. Sorry for the weirdness on YouTube today. So I hope people can find the right YouTube stream. I don't know why it didn't go to the thing. Yeah, didn't go to the right event. Anyways, hi everyone. Welcome. It's Friday. It feels kind of Monday-y now with all of the tech issues, but it is what it is. Hello. Hi, it's Friday. Hello, Quarter Stitch. Hello, Moon. Hello, Charles. Hello, Toot, of course. Hello, Gwen. Everybody enjoying their little stream avatar emotes. Yes, I'm so sorry if there is background toot noise. Let me know if the volume's okay. Yeah, today is just a day of tech issues. And like last minute tech issues. I had everything set up and then Gigi came in like a wrecking ball. Thank you for coming in right on cue, baby. Talking is fine, you don't hear music? Bump that up a little bit. Toot seeing doctor on the morrow. Yeah, I'm taking Toot into the doctor. But yeah, Gigi's decided that he must be near me whenever we do crafts. So this is Gigi. He is my little Gigi boy shadow. He'll probably be here most of the stream. He likes to do crafts with his daddy, what can I say? He is a very sweet boy. I was set up in the other room in my little office, set up to do work today. And every time I came out, pretty much, he was curled up on my desk waiting for me. When will my daddy return from the craft war? He is a good boy. Hello everyone, welcome. I hope you had a good week. I hope you have a restful and restorative weekend coming up. I'm actually taking the weekend off, which sounds silly considering that I'm, you know, disabled and don't actually have like a traditional job. But I've been working on the thecozydh and Stitch Community stuff way too much and way too often, so I'm taking the week. Gwen says, did you just start the loop start with your loop in the back? Yes, that's how you loop start. You loop start with the loop in the front? Why would you do that? I mean, I know obviously you can do that, but it just never occurred to me to start it in the front. But doesn't that like give a weird little like knot in the center of your stitch? I guess I could try it next time and see if it does. It never occurred to me to start my loop front in this, my loop stitch in the loop start in the front. Yep. It says, I thought like half the point of loop start was so you don't have to turn your work over. I thought that was waist knots. Well, Portisha says I loop start in the front, and Charles says no, it kind of goes into the Ada. Kind of coax the loop through the hole after you secure it. Nesting. I suppose not flipping your hoop over is more critical if you're working on like a big frame or something. It says, you know what I always say, waste not, want not. British says, no, you just pull it back through the second hole again. I might have to try that with the next thread. But yeah, it has never occurred to me to start on the front. But like I said, I think it is more for people who work on larger and bulkier and more labor intensive frames. It's more important for them to start on the front so they don't have to flip that whole thing over. Carol says I usually do it in the back, but I was really tired a few days ago, so I just put it in the front. Worked great. Yes. It was funny, I was watching a new floss tuber the other day, and she was talking about getting started cross stitching, and you just know, when I started cross stitching, patterns were chiseled into stone, and it was just called cross stitching. We only worked on one project at a time. It wasn't called monogamous stitching, it was just called cross stitching. And I was cracking up. And she was very much like, I don't want to learn new stuff. But then of course she discovered floss tube in 2018 and has 40 billion whips now. It says Toot vibes. I mean, to be fair, it's a really good way of actually finishing things. Yeah, less Toot vibes with the 3-part whip parade, but original Toot vibes. Original flavor Toot. Toot classic. Toot clear. College Toot vibes, if you know, you know. Oh. Carl says, I've switched to loop start wherever possible. I always found burying the ends fiddly. Yeah, I do find it fiddly occasionally. I like doing loop start when I can. But if I can't, I'll just do a buried start. I usually like hold the floss down with my finger on the back while I'm stitching over it the first couple of times. But also I don't really bother burying it very far. I'll stitch over it like one stitch and then kind of go, the rest of the stitches will catch it. Moon brought up something interesting that I hadn't considered, because like when you loop start and then like you finish that thread and you snip it, I was like, well, now I can't loop start with it again. But then if it's long enough, Moon splits the 2 threads into 2 individual threads and then folds those in half and then just loop starts with a shorter thread. Again, I never thought of this. And it makes a lot of sense. Cheryl says I do that too. I do it sometimes too now. If I'm just working within the same project. I don't like leaving uneven numbers of threads on bobbins, because if I need an even number of threads on the bobbin in the future, then if I leave an uneven number, then I can't do an even yeah. Toot and I stitch exclusively with 2 threads, so there's no reason to have an odd number of threads. And we have a shared floss collection, so. So I am working on my full coverage tonight. As those who wait. So the top right corner of the piece is right here. So I worked across the top, and now I think I'm gonna work down, and then I'm gonna work over, and then I'm gonna work up. I just kind of want to, I want to do it in a somewhat organized fashion, but I also want to make sure it's a little bit more interesting by doing different parts of it, because you can see the preview on the side there. So if I go down and then sideways and then up and then do the middle, each kind of block is going to be a little bit different than the one before. I was wondering if anyone would pick that up, Gwen. Yes, I use a Harris Heller Stream Beats song for my Cozy Cast intro, and it's on this playlist, but it very rarely comes up because this playlist is like 6 or 7 hours long. Thank you for the hydrate, Toot. Speaking of the Cozy Cast and the YouTube channel, I just finished editing Monday's announcement, Monday's presentation, down into a half-hour YouTube video, which is going to go up on Monday. So if you missed Monday's stream and you want, I've put up all of the information in the Discord channel as well as in the description of the VOD from Monday's stream, but in case you missed all of those, it will be going up Monday as well. I missed a stitch here. Let me just fix this. But on the topic of presentation and exciting news, the Patreon launched today. So you are now able to sign up for the Patreon. If you sign up for the free membership, you will get emailed with your free monthly pattern instead of having to go track it down on Coffee. Thank you so much, Toot, for doing the command there. And if you would like to become a paid member, the first poll for the monthly mini also went out today, and you'll be able to access that from the CozyDH Patreon main page, and make your voice heard as to what mini you would like to see for November. So thank you everybody who has already signed up. Thank you everybody who was like setting an alarm to sign up when it went live. You guys are absolutely amazing. And we super appreciate you. It was scary finally doing the Patreon, but you guys have made it well worth it. Toot yells, "We love y'all." We do love y'all. This community is the best thing that's happened to us. It's just been amazing to be part of this community, not even to like build this community, but just be part of this community. Like it really is the best place on the internet to hang out. I know I say it all the time, but it's 100% true. You Toot also joining in on the love. Charles joining in on the love. Thank you, Charles. Oh no, are you going to be a cursed thread as well? I swear this 823, I don't know why, but it is, no matter what I do, it is the most tangly cursed thread there is. And unfortunately, I have another 30,000 stitches of it. Maybe I'll figure out why it's being so curly. When you're never late on the love. Thank you for all the penny bouncy emotes. Gwen is doing a very awkward job of trying to film your version of the loop start. I appreciate that. Yeah, trying to film yourself doing crafty things is so hard. Because you're that kind of nerd right there. What is Pow doing? Charles asks. I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned that you would ask that. But let's find out. Oh, she's just chilling. We are going to do a tree eat later today. Pow was hiding in her hide until right before stream, and then she came and... Oh, one of the Funkos has been downed? Oh. That Funko actually lived in the corner of her enclosure. So he's always been on the ground. She just kind of dragged him out of the corner. That Funko that's down in the front there that you can see, that is Captain Hook, but it's the Once Upon a Time is the name of the show. Yeah, Captain Hook. Whereas obviously the Wendy and Peter are the Disney Wendy and Peter. Once upon a time Hook needs constant punishment, according to Pow. Gwen, I think everyone has beef with that show. Let's see if I can... I think she's climbing on something. See if I can zoom in. Yeah, she's kind of getting stuck on like her little log there. So she's just being a menace. That's what she's doing. And yes, she does have a Disney hook in her leg. Oh my god. Why can I not pronounce things tonight? Lagoon. She's also got the Disney Mermaid Lagoon mermaid over there. She's being an intrepid adventurer by just stepping on everything. Revealing that Pow often tries to drag the mermaid into the water to drown her. Yeah, that mermaid is very rarely sitting up on her little rock. I mean, Charles, if a mermaid could drown, then Pow would be the one to make it happen. Dude says that's what makes her so angry. The undrownable mermaid. She's coming back now. Are you coming back? You doing laps? Saying that she frequently tries to get Wonday down and has succeeded a few times. Yep. Yes, she has. She's a menace. She's a destructive little menace in a very compact package. So now she's moving her hide, I guess. See if I can show you guys. I just saw the hide bump in the corner of the screen. Yeah, there she goes. I don't know what we're gonna do with her, but she's definitely got a lot of personality for such a small bean. Okay. A part of the work I was doing today is I was going through the Tiny Witch pictures, and I think everyone who's posted an FO, I've already asked you if I could use your pictures for social media. So I was just going through and making sure I had saved the pictures that I asked to save, and once again getting excited about all the really cool finishes and stuff, and all the really cool Tiny Witches that you did. I still can't believe it's over already, but it was so much fun. And I am so looking forward to the next, because I think you guys will have just as much fun and just, yeah, you'll have just as much fun, and you'll love it as much as you, which I feel like was a whole lot. People seem really, really happy with it. So Carol says I need to figure out how to really finish it and put it in a frame. Yeah, we've got the big box of stuff we need to finish and put in frames. We have frames. We do have frames for many of the things that need to be framed. As with all things, I just need to actually do it now. Good, Charles, I'm glad. Tortoise is just working on theirs now. Nice. Nice, nice. I know Moon was just finishing up the fireplace the other day. And Gwen is coming along on theirs as well. Orchid's already got theirs up on the wall, which is like ridiculous turnaround time from FO to FFO. But I think I learned a lot for this first Sal, because like as much as you can get oh, good job, Gwen. As much as you think you can ask all of the possible questions before you start, something always comes up. So now I kind of know, I know a little bit more what I'm doing, and I know a little bit more what questions I need to ask for next time. I was talking to Steph of Fine Frog Stitching today, and just, you know, asking about a few different things, Patreon, Sal's, that kind of thing, because Fine Frog Stitching has put out several Sal's, and they are all very wonderfully done. Just reaching out to the community, that kind of thing. Which is really what I am looking for, is to really have that community of makers, designers, people coming together, and really helping each other, uplifting each other. And on that note, because I am about to go off on a tangent, we're going to take our first little break of the evening. When we come back, Toot has already put up the prediction. We are doing Battle of the Sour, grapes versus kiwis, so you can predict with your channel points which one you think it's going to be. And in the meantime, I am going to take a 3-minute break, run some ads. You're not going to miss anything on the channel. Enjoy the music, stand up, stretch, unshrimp, do what you got to do. I'll see you back here in 3 minutes. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a good little break. You grabbed something to drink, getting all comfy cozy. Cow is doing another circle of her enclosure. So yes, tonight's treat eat is going to be Battle of the Sour Grape versus Kiwi. Because we know Pal likes sour things. And she's so cute when she does little tiny lip smacks. So that's what we're gonna do. So if you're watching this on YouTube, drop your guess into the chat and we'll make sure your vote is counted. Sour versus sour. Why am I getting bombed? Oh dear. Because I'm currently streaming and I can't defend myself. Oh, okay, I see. Charles says because it's fun. We were having so much fun in Toot stream this morning, bombing each other. The game was like getting super serious, and it was getting very plot heavy, and me and Charles are just in the chat like bombing each other, bombing ourselves, bombing Toot. Tortoise going for Kiwi. All right, we got one vote for Kiwi. If you guys have been or haven't been watching Toot's Friday streams, they've been playing Inscription. So today they just finished the main game, and next week they're going to be doing Casey's mod, which it's basically just the card game part of the game, and you do it over and over, but you've got different challenges that you need to complete. So it's the card game mechanic part of the game, but not like the plot part of the game. It's really interesting to watch, and some of the challenges are really difficult. Yeah, Charlotte, I would recommend that, because the game is so good, but the lore is quite tangly. Quite a lot to follow. I think because we watched a playthrough from, I think, Markiplier, and then we watched a bunch of lore videos on it, and I think that's the only reason that we know it as well as we do. But Inscription's such a good game. And then they're also playing Phasmophobia. I was kind of hoping they would play some Phasmophobia today, but just time ran away with us. Phas has their Halloween event on now. Very, very cool. I like watching Toot struggle through it. It makes the game more difficult on certain maps. So like if you don't want to play the more difficult version of the game, you don't have to. But I'm really enjoying watching Toot play. And, you know, not playing myself because I am, one, a big wussy, and two, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I can actually survive on the higher difficulty. Oh, Cheryl, that's awesome. Stardew 1.6 on mobile in 3 days. All right, so everybody spend as much time as possible with Charles in the next 3 days, because we're not going to see them after that. Yeah, Gwen, Stardew has been available on mobile for a while now, but the 1.6 update, which was the huge update that came earlier this year, is not yet on mobile, and it's not yet on Switch, I don't believe. I think it's coming to Switch and mobile at the same time. Oh no, okay, well, maybe we won't see Gwen either. Stardew is such a good game. I think it's the same gameplay, just with touch controls. Gwen says the only game I play on mobile is Sudoku. I don't like Sudoku because I feel very dumb when I play it, and I get very frustrated, and then I put it down and walk away. Can't figure out how to play on your laptop. The mobile has auto fighting built in, Charles. That would be helpful. See, I also have auto fighting set on my Stardew games, as well as auto mining. It's called Playing with Toot. I like easy puzzles that make me feel smart when I can solve them right away. I don't like hard puzzles. Like, I think that's just the thing. I just don't care for puzzles because I don't know. They kind of take away my enjoyment of the thing. Whereas other people love puzzles. Which is kind of sad because I was really excited to play Legend of Zelda, not Wind Waker, the one that came out a little while ago that was a remake of an older game. They're on the island, the giant bird and the egg. Link's Awakening, thank you. And I was really excited to play it, but it's all fighting and puzzles, which are the two parts of video games that I like the least. Gwen, you didn't tell us about your escape room last weekend. Was it fun? Did you escape? Are you still there? Are you on Twitch from the escape room because you couldn't get out? Oh yeah, you did escape. Was it like a spooky one or just like a normal you're stuck somewhere one with like 17 minutes remaining? Is that good or bad? Oh, it was a cursed cemetery. That sounds like so much fun. Carl says 19-year-old me would have loved escape rooms. Yeah, they really weren't a thing when we were younger. Your first one ever? I find it interesting the ones that they have with like actors. We watched Mark and Ethan do one that had like actors in it that would give you clues and hints and stuff, and then you could like choose to save them or let them perish. Really interesting. It's like a haunted house, but more thinky. I think I might have told you guys that my sister is a short, tiny person. She's 4'11", and for a few years in a row, she worked at Canada's Wonderland's like haunted thrill attraction. Her job was to dress up like a haunted doll, holding a giant axe, and then crouch under a table and skitter out at people because she was tiny enough to do that without needing to do it like with any tricks or anything. So that was my sister's part-time job throughout most of college, high school and college actually. Gwen says I was super nervous because I don't like the idea of being locked in a room. But I had a good group of friends and no actors. That's good. I feel like if I was stuck in a spooky attraction and an actor popped up, I would either scream and hit them or just scream and hit them. Since I just sat on the floor and solved puzzles. Nice. We would open a coffin, find a box, and then you grab the box and scoot it over to a step and sort it to the box to solve puzzles. That sounds fun. She says I'm not an escape room fan, but that's because of the social aspect of it. I played so many escape the room games as a kid. It was one of your more neurodivergent moments. I feel like if Toot and I were in a haunted house or an escape room, that would kind of be what we did too. Like I would do all of the lifting and searching and finding, and Toot would do the puzzle solving. Girl says, yeah, I think actors in haunted houses get hit a lot. I love watching like clips from haunted houses of the actors just being unhinged. Like the guy tries to grab his girlfriend's hand but grabs like the ghost face's hand instead and just drags them through the haunted house. And Toot says you can tell Pow saw me get up. I know, she's so intent. Like, do you guys see this? See if I can zoom in. She's watching, she's locked in. She is ready for her treat. Ready. Says mother, bring me the sour. He wishes to do smack. I love that Pow manages to smack her lips without actually having lips. Pow is quite talented, Gwen. Gwen is trying to figure out how to take the audio off of these videos. You know you've done it before, but you don't know how you did it. Yeah, I remember some setting in my phone would do the thing. Do I remember what it would do? No. Google might help. Not to be like, Google's free, but whenever I get stuck on a tech thing, I struggle with it for way longer than I need to before remembering that I could have just Googled the question. Like, I'm working on the Stitch Community stuff, and I was pounding my head against the wall trying to figure out something. And then I realized that I could have just Googled the question, and then when I finally did, I got a whole bunch of helpful advice. So it's like, oh right, the internet exists and knows a thing. Oh, you got it? Good. One of those weird things that seems to only work on the phone and not in the browser. Yeah, Charlotte, I have no idea if that kind of thing is universal or if it's like by operating system or by brand. One thing on my phone that I can't seem to set correctly is when I go to edit a photo, it will always save it as a copy. It won't overwrite the original. And it's like, I don't want two versions of this picture. I just want the version that I made look better. Please just keep one. I'm running out of space and I don't want both. I also can't seem to figure out how to make my file size smaller on my phone. I need to like transfer it to my computer and then make the file size smaller. Because I'll tell you what, running a business that is picture heavy as well as video heavy, you run out of storage space real heckin' fast. Real heckin' fast. I could do it on my old phone really easily, and I have not been able to figure out how to do it on my new phone. I'm sure it's very simple, but I had that moment of like, why is my computer complaining so much? And then I went and looked at my storage space and it was like, ew, that's why. Oops. I've got the Microsoft phone link thing, which is very handy for pictures, because I can just copy and paste them from my computer. Copy and paste them from my phone to my computer. Very nice. Gwen says my computer has repeatedly gone full. Bleh. I'm trying to keep that from happening. I built these computers brick by brick. I built both my PC and Toot's PC. And I know exactly how expensive all the components were, and I really don't want any of them to fail. The Cat says I deal with TIFF files for work. Those things are huge and take forever to upload. Oh god. Yeah, TIFF files are a pain. And also, hello, welcome in. Glad you could join us. I also feel like TIFF files aren't very, like, flexible. Like, they're difficult to work with because you can't really do a lot with them, but... yeah, I feel like we're all a little bit data hoarders now. I'm very guilty of saving stuff just in case I need it. You do some editing and then make PDF and scans of books. I figured Bibliocat, because that's part of the work you do for the accessibility, right? Oh yeah, videos will tank a hard drive. And unfortunately, I have many video files. I just lost where I was in the pattern. Hang on. There I was. And general course rating as well. Yeah. have to bury this end and then attempt to find my train of thought, which has gone racing ahead of me. We're all giving out some friendly love bombs. I honestly have completely lost what I was gonna say. That says, what is this gorgeous yellow tree looking thing that you have in your Patreon banner? Is that upcoming or one that I missed? What's on my Patreon banner? Oh, yes, it's Kyrie and Sora. I should probably replace that with one of my own designs, huh? Yeah, I should probably replace that with one of my own designs. Good call. Good call there. Okay, so I'm starting my new thread. It was very pretty. That was an FO from not too long ago that I did for my bestie. But I came up through the top right. Okay, cool, thank you. That felt weird. Guess it works just as well though. I kind of thought that that like little bit in the middle where it catches would just stay in the middle of the stitch, but yeah, it does kind of migrate wherever you put it. Now go down in the, I'll go down the same hole looped over the loop. Okay, thank you guys. Science! Yes, we're all about doing science here. So we're going to do our tree eat in about 3 minutes. If you guys want to get your votes in. No, quarter stitch, it actually did make sense. I think I've just accepted that my back on this is going to be a nightmare, and I will do as much as I can to mitigate, but I'm not going to stress myself out about it. Because it's mostly good. Oh, thank you so much, Toot. Toot found the link for the Kyrie and Sora piece that I was working on. I have a bunch of like stock stitching photos that I can use for backgrounds and stuff, and that was just one of them. But I will replace it with some stuff of my own. I was going to do one of the fruit bat sampler, I think was what I was going to do. Toot in with the investigative journalism. Toot suffering because I cleared out my commands and no longer had it as a command, as a project command. Alright guys, looks like it is time to go for our treat. So let's Alright, we've got kiwis going down on the right there. We've got grapes going down on the left. I know my right from my left, right? Yes, I do. Alright, now, let's see. Which one? Oh, she's getting to be such a big girl. It used to be a lot easier to pick her up with one hand. It is not so easy anymore. Camera's wildly off center there. Ow. How there are treats for you. How, why are you like this? Alright. Upping the suspense. Yeah, she's just doing it for the camera. That's all it is. Adding drama. Oh, alright. It's on. Here she comes. What's it gonna be? Is it gonna be kiwi or grapes? Like she's sniffing the kiwi first. You gonna take a bite of it? And off! Big bite for the kiwi. Big bite for the kiwi, doing some butt scritchies there. Yeah. Doing some happy butt scritchies. Alright, looks like kiwi was the winner. Charles, honestly, I would have gone grapes for that too. Look, see, look, she loves grapes. I would have gone grapes for that too. I think she really just likes to mess with us. And a big thank you, of course, to Toot for doing that treat eat for us. So I can hang out with you guys. And Pow gets her little treat. Bibliocat voted kiwis. Because you want one? I have a sneeze building up and I keep muting my mic because I don't want to sneeze at you, but then the sneeze never actually comes. All right, I think we're safe. I think we're safe. Yes, it was a win for Quarter Stitch. Charles should start tracking the results for science. Yeah. Charlotte, you're gonna be the guy at the racetrack who has like the little notebook with like all the horses' diets and everything. Oh, no kiwis in the house, I'm sorry. We just got some in for the first time this season. And I remembered and cut some up. See, she went for the kiwi first, and now she's all about the grapes. I think Toot butt scritchied her off course. She did love those scritches. That was so cute. Doing a little dance. I mean, on the other hand, she does have grape eating down to a science, whereas I don't know if we've given her kiwi before or how often we've given her kiwi. But like, she knows how to eat grapes. Like, look at her. She knows what she's doing. It says she's grape at it. Stretchy out. The cat bombing Toot for that one. But yeah, I love that it really does look like she's just like smacking her lips like but she doesn't have lips, she doesn't have teeth, she has a beak, much more like a bird would. Can you imagine a tortoise shutting down. Can you imagine a turtle or tortoise with teeth? That just sounds horrifying. I'm just going to take a second and mark off the stitches I've done so far because I'm kind of getting ahead of myself on the pattern. Especially because I'm getting into an area that has some, like, up in this section I was just filling in, but now I've got some like blank stitches that I need to be wary of. Now don't stare at the camera, eat your kiwis. Gwen is banned. Why is Gwen banned? I missed it. Oh, Gwen knows. Oh no, there's something horrible in the server, isn't there? Oh no, I don't really want to go look at my own server now. How is destroying that kiwi though? She's got it. She's got the kiwi down. She looks offended by the kiwi. I wonder if it's like slightly more sour than she was expecting. And now she thinks you've played a joke. Yeah, the texture is probably not a familiar one for her. Not stopping her from mowing through it, though. She did get half a banana this morning. To celebrate our very first Patreon member. She got half a banana from Charles. Charles, if you can figure out a pattern, we will just have to introduce new fruits, new fruit things, and new sources of protein. It says, I like when she does a little flapping of her front legs. It looks like she's seething. It always looks like she's kind of like revving up to do something. Right now it looks like pow.exe has stopped working. And she still betrayed me by eating the kiwi first. Oh, that's right. I know, after Cheryl gave you a banana this morning. Like, I don't actually know if she's revving up to do something when she wiggles her legs like that. It just looks like she's, like, building up steam for a burst of energy. The other day, I think it was yesterday, I heard like great big thumps from behind us. I went to check on her. And she was standing all the way up on all four legs. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna get me? And she just looked at me up on, way up on all four legs and just rammed the glass again. It's like, ugh. Ow. You know you're only this big, right? Oh shit, armpit kiwi, hell yeah. She tucked that into her shell for later, into her plastron for later. How does go pow? One of these nights when we keep trying to catch it on like audio of when she starts just going ham on her doors, but the second, because we'll be watching something on the TV and she'll start thumping around, so we'll pause the TV and start recording. So of course, as soon as we pause the TV and start recording, she goes silent. Toot says she does not know that. She knows she is bigger than all of us. Yes, Orchid, you missed a gamble, unfortunately. Would you have guessed kiwi or grapes for sour versus sour? Ooh, but a massage is a very good reason to miss gambling. You would have guessed kiwi, you would have been right. She did, in fact, go for the kiwi first. An upset victory. It was green grapes, yeah. Yeah, she took a big chomp of the kiwi and then went and ate all of the grapes. And then came back and had kiwi. So she was just doing it to be a butt to the people who picked grapes. Was it just you? I don't know if it was just... Oh, sorry, the sneeze is still in my nose. I don't know if it was. I mean, I guess grapes too, but I can't gamble. Dude says, pow, that's a rock. You went trick-or-treating. You got a rock. She is still hungry. I don't know why. She had a huge salad of dark leafy greens. She had half a banana. She had an entire kiwi to herself, as well as a handful of grapes. She's doing just fine on food. Carl says she's a growing girl. Oh, she left a kiwi. No, she's done now. She'll come back for that kiwi later. She left 2 kiwis. Later kiwi. Orchid did a swore. Orchid has a point. They were speaking for Pow. Was it really Orchid? Or was it Pow doing a swore? Pow did a swore, ban Pow. Pow is literally the channel mascot. I don't think we can ban Pow. Dude says I'm gonna go put her in air jail. Is air jail just when you hold her above your head? Oh, Orchid redeeming 2 rows on Usagi. Alright, alright, alright. Did I remember to get Usagi out before stream? No, I did not. Let me mute a second while I grab it. I looked at my list of redeems before stream. I turned this redeem on. It was off. I turned it on and went, okay, I'll have to grab that out before stream. Completely forgot within a second. Not a wheel, but still chaos, Orchid says. Orchid says we used to put Bean in air jail too. Actually, that's the way that we do measure Pow, is we put her, like, we put a cup upside down on the scale, and then we put her on the cup, so like her plastron's on the cup, and then her legs are kind of dangling off the cup so she can't move. And then you just subtract the weight of the cup from her weight. Oh, Toot put a pic in the server of a tortoise in air jail. Thank you for that. Our scale does have a tear button, yeah. Beans is 14 pounds, big boy. Oh heck, that is a big cat. Toot says also I don't hold her above my head because she's a menace. Yeah, that's very true. Spook is also 14. You grow big boys. Pow weighs, last time I weighed Pow, she weighed about 3 pounds. 3 or 4 pounds. I'm gonna have to weigh her again soon, because she's gotten significantly larger since then. Maybe when we do the hot tub stream, we'll weigh and measure her while we have her out and moving around. For really big tortoises, the way that they measure them is they kind of bring the tortoise up, because it's really hard to pick up a sulcata tortoise. So they kind of like nudge the tortoise towards a wall, and then they force the tortoise to walk forward into the wall. Not like force, but like, you can't really force a tortoise to do anything, but like gently push them towards the wall so their head goes back into their plastron, into their shell, and then when the front of their shell is against the wall, you mark a line on the ground where the back of their shell is, and then you let the tortoise wander off so you can measure the line to the wall. Orchid says the Cozy DH is doing a hot tub stream. Yeah, we're definitely exploiting POW for views. What do you think this entire channel is based on? And Quarter Stitch redeeming an aliens. Oh no, looking for the those who wait info. So let me grab that. Oh, yay! Shaw won. Also Bella is here. Also Bella is here. Also Bella is here. Oh, thank you, Toot, as well. You got moving that over to YouTube? Okay. Hi. Hi, Bella. So the pattern that I'm working on, the sweater that I'm knitting, is the Usagi sweater. I've done a special redeem. Whoop. Hi, Bells. I've done a special redeem just to get me working on it, do a little bit of variety. So every time it's redeemed, I have to do 2 rows on this sweater before I can go back to what I was doing before. And then Toot. Bella standing on my keyboard. Thank you, Bella. Toot redeeming the Ancient Aliens redeem. Which means that I have to give you an Ancient Aliens fact. So one Ancient Aliens fact is, so this is a kind of a general fact, but it will form the basis of a lot more of the facts that I give. But the foundation of ancient astronaut theory or ancient alien theory is that ancient people's experience with gods, deities, angels, demons, that kind of thing, were just misunderstood encounters with extraterrestrial beings. So that is the foundation of ancient astronaut theory, and it is applied widely across Christian mythology, Hindu mythology, Vedic mythology, Egyptian mythology, Native American beliefs, Mesoamerican beliefs, the Easter Island, Stonehenge. That is the basis of all ancient astronaut theory. There's your fact. That is the... And then you can keep that in mind when I give you further facts about specific examples of this. Oh no, do I have to like set up more limits on the Usagi redeem? Because Orchid is making this into a knitting stream now. Not that I mind. If you want to find out more about this sweater, the command for this is !Usagi, as in the Japanese name for Sailor Moon. Oh, no, Bella. Orchid says, nah, I'll let you cross stitch too. Girl says, I like chaos, but I feel bad causing too much. Not you're good. Bella is all the chaos I need right now. Bonnie. Agree, potato. Just I can't remember. So yeah, this is a very cool sweater actually. It was designed, it is a Sailor Moon inspired design, but it isn't based on Sailor Moon herself or the outfit or anything like that. It's based on the pattern of her bed sheets in the anime. Gwen says, for clarification for those who are not ridiculous language nerds, Usagi equals bunny in Japanese, in addition to being Sailor Moon's name. Yes, her name is Usagi, which I think ties in with her her hairstyle, as well as rabbits are associated with the moon in Japanese mythology. Like, we have the man in the moon, and theirs is like a rabbit in the moon. That's the rabbit tie-in. Orchid says, I love her bed sheets. Yeah, it's a really pretty sweater. It's got these really beautiful, delicate lace details, and then it's got a like it's a sheer V-neck, but like you do it in a mohair, so it's really light and airy. It looks really good. I did make a few modifications to the pattern. Obviously, I'm working it flat instead of in the round, and instead of the lace detail on the sweater body, I'm doing some color work in duplicate stitch. Orchid says, I tried to find her bed sheets for your bed before. Aw. Yeah, I love that it's like a small detail, but it's also become an iconic detail. One thing I really liked about this pattern as well, the designer is non-binary and non-binary, because it's Usagi anyways, is non-binary and doesn't just have female models, they also have non-binary models, so you get to see it and you get to see the pattern on a huge range of body types. I think they actually, in the pattern listing, I got banned and bombed. In the pattern listing, you can actually see the sweater on someone in every size that is offered, which is not something that you usually see. Like, usually it's been tested in every, whee, look at me go. Usually it's tested in every size, but you don't always see the really detailed breakdown of each size. Like, it doesn't just show the person wearing it. It's like, this is the size, this is their measurements, this is the ease, these are modifications they felt like they had to make. Like, it's really a really detailed pattern in terms of sizing, which is uncommon but very, very welcome. So yeah, so the pattern is a sweater for Usagi by Harper B, who I believe is Canadian as well. I think I saw that. I see chat is split on non-binary. Thank you for that. Yep. Pow found her hidden kiwis. I think I am going to be doing a few more knitting streams going forward. Now that I've picked up more knitting again. For me, knitting is very much tied to my self-image, and when I have low self-image, I don't want to knit, and when I'm feeling good about myself, I want to knit. So I want to knit right now, which is good. I mean, less good in that I also want to start all of the things, but how is that anything new? Especially Charles. You're a bad influence. I might have turned hug off, but I'm not sure. Orchid. I love that Charlotte is just like, yes, yes, I am a bad influence. we have very similar senses of styles. So it's very easy to be like, what do you think of doing this in this? And then Charles like, yes, you should do it. And Charles needs to finish Linger, but it is heavy. Yeah, it's it gets to be a beast. I finished my Linger. If you haven't seen the pictures of it in the server, I did finish it. I don't know if I posted the picture of myself wearing it. And thank you, Toot, for the hydrate. If I did not post that picture, I will add it. Charles says, if I asked you if I should start something, I bet you'd do the same. Yeah, I would, Charles. I would 100% do that to you. Orchid says, I finished the Sal and was thinking of starting something new. But I'm working on CU in spring. Start something new. I mean, unless it's going to stress you out, then stay with your whips. Alright, I'm going to finish the... because this is the second row. I'm going to finish the second row while we take our little break. But it is time for break. So go grab a drink, unshrimp, stand up, stretch, do all that good stuff. I will see you guys back here in 3 minutes. Okay, do you really want to go down this this train of conversation where it could end in me singing? I don't think anyone here wants that. Toot says no. I finished my row, but while I have you guys here, because you are a captive audience, my knitting people, I've got this like one wonky row. You can see it. Do you think that's gonna block out, or do I need to rip back and redo it? I don't know what's going on. See, like, you see that, right? And I think that's the row that was on the needles when I put this down for like 6 months. Because it's not twisted, it's just wonky. Like the stitches are distended. Tension change, Bibliocat says. You think it'll probably block out? Especially because this is merino. And I feel like wool... Oh yeah, steam blocking on the needle. That's a good call. Or I could put it on barber cord and just block it. I was really worried because I was working on it the other day and I saw that. I'm like, oh no. So yeah, I might try and block it in place before I go any further. Oh, if it's wool, it'll likely block out. No problem. Thank you, Bibliocat. And Charles says ripping back might not do anything, but blocking things always makes wool stuff look much more even. Okay. When not liking my choice of the word distended. Orchid says Wiki came to my town when I was in middle school and everyone was obsessed, but I'm the last person to jump on trendy things, so I never knew anything about Wicked. Orchid also says, yes, let's sing. Never mind, Orchid said nothing. Also, I'm still trying to get the sneeze out. So if I keep sniffling and I'm sounding more and more congested, it's this sneeze that is stuck in my nose. Yes, Orchid, I do enjoy musicals. Charles says we're so bad at this. The lag, man. The lag makes catching the star so hard. You have to get the timing just right. Good job, Bibliocat. Bibliocat says wool is very forgiving. Yeah, I don't... So this sweater is not for me. The sweater's not for me, it's for a friend, which is why I'm doing it in wool, because they do not have the same wool sensitivities that I do, which is good. So I was like, oh, awesome, I can like play around with some different fibers. So this is the first time I've made... No, that's a lie. I was gonna say this is the first time I've made an entire sweater out of wool, but Linger is 100% wool. This is the first time I've made a sweater out of merino or drops yarn, and I'm really, really enjoying the just the tactile feel of the yarn. Why are Toot and Orchid yelling at each other? I love that Toot thought Orchid, the bitch from Sleeping Beauty, was Aurora. Wicked is about Maleficent. No, it is. I don't know what's going on in my chat anymore. Charles says superwash is always softer. I don't know if this is superwash. It is called Baby Merino. Drops Baby Merino. But it's very lovely. I'm quite enjoying the process of working on it. And then the sheer mohair panel at the top of the chest is done in kid silk, which again I've never used, so I'm excited about that. The Dream in Color is okay. Dream in Color is the yarn that I used for Linger. Charlotte and I are just having a conversation about knitting while Toot and Orchid are having a conversation about something. Evil queens, I believe. Or possibly musicals. I don't know where we left it. If the cat says use mohair once made me sneeze so much. Hey Deontay. Welcome in. Yeah, I cannot wear mohair, unfortunately, because it's one of those things where it's lovely and wonderful and soft to touch, but as soon as it's on my body, it's like, ah, so prickly. Toot says ignore the flying monkeys in the corner. Orchid was quite literally a flying monkey when Toot bombed them. Carl says mohair is just like hugging a goat, which is something I like. I want to hug a goat. That seems like it would just be very lovely. There are goats at the Toronto Zoo. They have their own little, like, goat playpen. It's cute. There's also a big sign telling people not to feed the goats. Which I understand, because they're super cute and you just want to feed them, and they're probably really good at begging for food. Orchid is going to watch Wicked. Toot is not. I do enjoy, however, that they cast Jeff Goldblum at as the wizard in the new Wicked movie. I think that is a inspired choice. Hi, Bella. Were we not paying enough attention to you, Madame Chonk? Look at this Tom. Wow, Toot doesn't like Maleficent that much, refuses to watch. My brain just said, okay, but what if Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich were in Wicked as Glinda and Elphaba, and why those, what? I don't know what my brain just did. That's a horse of a different color. Yep. Yay! Cheryl put baby goat pictures in the server. I think if that's if you haven't joined the Discord server already, I think that's your sign. Baby goat pictures. Join us. We have baby goat pictures and lots of hydration reminders. And also, have you heard of Notion? Also, Notion just had a big update, which I totally didn't notice because I don't actually read the Notion patch notes because they do an update like every week. So Toot was like, oh hey, you probably saw this, but, and then I had not seen it and I got really excited. But basically you can like customize layouts now, which is very cool. They are bringing an email client to Notion, not out yet. But excitingly, they opened up their template marketplace to new creators. So you guys know I have a couple of Notion templates available for sale in the Coffee and the Etsy shop. So now I will be able to sell them directly through the Notion marketplace, which will hopefully boost some traffic, which is very cool. Very, very, very cool. Excited about that. So it's on my to-do list to set up. But yeah, the new layouts thing is very neat. Because, you know, if you use Notion, when you have a project card, you have all the properties at the top and then like all the text at the bottom. And oh no, Toot did a Notion command. I'm gonna ignore that for a second and finish what I was saying. Now you can rearrange it so that like you can have the text here, the properties here, or swap them, and you can have certain properties pinned, and then you can add different sections. It's much more customizable than it used to be within database cards. And Toot adding a Notion command to Nightbot that just says, ask me about my spin trust Notion, join the cult, one of us, hashtag not spawn, hashtag should be spawn. Hey look, the last time I started joking about hashtag not spawn, should be spawn, I then became spawn. Or partnered or something with Stitchwit. So Charlie, you're gonna work on Notion tonight? You're gonna work on Notion tonight? If you have any questions, you should let me know. So I sell Notion templates, right? But honest to God, if you guys ever have any questions about Notion and you need a help with anything, just hit me up in the Discord server. I love talking about Notion. Deontay knows. Deontay and I were trying to figure out how to program a certain function in Notion, and I think it was like a solid week of us DMing back and forth. Like, I think if you use this variable, but then you have to do it in this, you have to use this kind of formatting to get the formula to read it. It was fun. Thank you, Deontay. Trust us, I just need to get my brain in the right mood to learn a new thing. I get that. I need to get my brain in the right mood to learn new things, like starting a new TV show. That's like learning a new thing, because you have to get to know new characters and remember new lore and new plot lines. It's the same kind of brain. It says, have you guys tried Auto Notion? It works great. What we really need is a counter. This is how many times DH has gone off on a Notion tangent. I did set up Toot's Notion for them. I'll be real honest. They were not a Notion user. They had no interest in becoming a Notion user. I had no interest in not letting them be a Notion user. So, yep, that's what happened. But they did really, really help when I was developing the Notion templates for cross-stitch and knitting, because they were basically my guinea pig. They didn't know anything about Notion. So whenever they asked me a question like, what is this or how do I do this? I could answer it for them, but then immediately put it into the little like user guide FAQ thing that I included with the templates. So that was super, super helpful, because it really got me to see where I needed to explain myself a little bit more. Oh, that cracked me up the other day in the server when one of the newest members of the server asked. It was like, oh, what's Notion? And Charles just went, you've activated their trap card. Oh, I died. It was so funny. I'm almost finished this diagonal. Do you guys see this? Like, all of these empty stitches here are meant to be left empty. I just have to do this little bit of stitching and this little bit of stitching, and then this diagonal's done. And then I'll move on to the final diagonal on this page. Well, the final diagonal across the top. And then, so I'm gonna, my next diagonal is gonna be here down to this point. Let's see, it's gonna go from like here down to here. And the next pant will go here down to here. 1, 2, 3. It'll probably go down to like here under this potion bottle that just popped up. It'll go down to here. And then it's going to kind of spike across the bottom here. Because the reason that I'm doing it on the diagonal is to avoid the straight lines that you get when you're doing it like page by page. So I kind of want to leave like little spiky bits like this across the thing. And thank you for the hydrate Toot and the aliens orchid. Okay, so keeping in mind the previous aliens fact, let's talk about Vedic mythology. So Hinduism, you know, is one of the oldest active religions on Earth, and there's many like founding myths and epics and important religious texts. One of which is called the Mahabharata. Yes, you can see the cup. This is my cute witch cup. It's got like a matte finish, so it's nice and easy to hold. Okay, so the Mahabharata contains accounts of epics and battles and gods and goddesses and all kinds of stuff. But and you'll hear me reference it quite a bit. But one of the things referenced in the Mahabharata are the Vimanas, which are huge flying machines used by the gods to get around, to get from place to place. And they are described in a lot of detail, like to the point where modern engineers are able to almost completely recreate them. They're described as having different levels, and you know, this part is made out of this metal and this part is made out of this metal. And they were considered the you know, like the flying vehicles of the gods. So of course, ancient astronaut theory contends that they weren't, you know, divine chariots, but they were in fact UFOs, extraterrestrial vehicles. Here you go. Now you know what Vimanas are. Quinn says, I live in the transcendental meditation mecca of the Midwest. How have I not heard of this yet? Do you watch as much Ancient Aliens as I do? Because girl. I have to like actually stop myself from going on too much about the aliens facts that I'm giving you, because I don't want to just spend half an hour discussing everything I know about a particular section of the topic and keep them like bite-sized. Charles, I was thinking the same thing when the little pink crocodile flies up into the sky and explodes. Gwen says, I actively try to avoid the fanatic TMers here and then get slightly offended when other people know more about Veda than I do. Baby, you're a firework. Colors burst. Oh no, I sang anyways. After all this work Toot did to keep me from singing. It might be locked to mods only. If I think Toot might be the only person who can firework themselves. Charles says it's not that bad. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Gwen says all I did was put the teeth in the Discord. Gwen, that's enough. That is enough. Oh, no, there goes someone else. Woo! We got an explosion. Cheryl says I balanced with goat pics. Yep, perfectly balanced. As all things should be. Oh, that was Toot too. They just turned into a giraffe so they could see it. Yeah, it might just be locked to mods then. Gwen toddles off to look at Goots. Doing some. Oh god. That jump scared me. That last firework jump scared me. If you guys are having fun with the get through the Ada. If you guys are having fun with the stream elements little animals, I need to set up a command for this. Go check out Toot the Chaos DH. Streams on Twitch. They're a hippo right now, and they've got the cutest little bouncy snakes on their stream avatars. They're so cute and they're so customizable, and yeah, they're adorable when they dance, and they're adorable when they bomb, and they're adorable when they fall over. So yeah, and I mean, also the streaming content's really good, so definitely go follow Toot. If you do not already follow Toot, you should. They just added a 4th stream, if you guys didn't hear. It's gonna be Sunday morning from 10 to 12 Eastern. And I'm looking forward to that, because that's gonna be really nice. Oh, 8:30 totally snuck up on me. We gotta wrap up, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I was kind of focused on finishing this diagonal. Thank you so much for joining me. Too much fun, Gwen, yes. Beyonce says, are there other animals than the ones you and Toot use? There are so many. You can use, there are characters from video games, like I saw a really cute little Cult of the Lamb one. There are like Five Nights at Freddy's ones you can have, and there's so many different little avatar guys. I just went with the zoo animals because I like zoo animals. All right, bye Orchid, have fun, enjoy your weenies and your s'mores. But we are actually all getting ready to go, so I'm gonna do the thing. So go follow Toot. If you are enjoying the stream, we've added a couple new ways to support myself and your spooky sibling Toot, and that is with the Throne and the Patreon. But you can check out all of our links through the link tree that I just posted. That'll take you to the Etsy, the Coffee, the Stitch WIP Marketplace, every possible place you want to go. If you want to buy the animals some treats, you want to buy Pow some fruit, if you want to you know, buy the snakes a meal, if you want to buy them some kibble, you can do that through Throne. If you want some very cool exclusive cross stitch patterns and behind the scenes content, you can check out the new Patreon. My next stream is going to be Monday evening, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Toot's next stream is going to be Sunday morning, 10 to 12. So that's where you will find us this weekend, but we're always going to be around in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, you should definitely do that. I can type Discord. Alright, so I think that is all the links. We are going to say goodbye to everybody now. Oh, I have an ending screen. Why do I always forget the ending screen? I was just sitting here being awkward so you guys could watch me type. Yeah, Discord. Our Discord server. It's like Discord, but no D. Alright, so everybody who's watching on Twitch, say goodbye to everybody who's watching on YouTube. Everyone who is watching on YouTube, say goodbye to everybody who's watching on Twitch. Join our Isor Erver. Alright. So my friends on YouTube, I will see you in the comment section. I'll see you in the coffee shop. I will hopefully see you in the Patreon. But most importantly, I will see you in my heart. Alright. Bye, YouTube. Bye-bye. Alright.